Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Awesome Cook. I'm Jake Sikora, and on this week's episode, I am going to make something that's going to be easy and simple to make and yet delicious. This is a black bean chicken enchilada casserole in the slow cooker, and it's going to serve 6 people at 4 smart points per serving, and you're going to guarantee to love it. So let's get started. So here are the ingredients that we'll need for our black bean chicken enchilada casserole. So the first thing is something I do if I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to pre-make chicken, or I don't have time to make chicken for a recipe. I can use, I'm going to use the canned white chicken meat, and it's in water, and you'll usually can find it in the tuna aisle. And they're right next to it. I'm using 2 5-ounce cans, and for those of you on Weight Watchers, if you're wondering, there's 0 points because this is chicken breast that it's in. And there are bigger cans too that you can use 1 can at a if you choose to use the larger can. A can of corn, a can of black beans. These are I'm using the reduced sodium. A can of tomatoes with green chilies, enchilada sauce, fat-free cheddar cheese, some garlic, cumin, chili powder, green onion, fresh cilantro, and then I'm using Olay tortillas, and these are the smaller tortillas. You can see I'm using 12 of these. If you choose to use larger tortillas, you're going to use half the amount of tortillas. You're going to use half the amount of tortillas. So let's get started putting these together. Okay, so I am back, and on the stove here, I have the chicken, the black beans, which have been rinsed and drained, a can of corn, the diced tomatoes and green chili. I put a tablespoon of garlic, and then about a half tablespoon of chili powder and a tablespoon of cumin, and we're just gonna mix these together, these seasonings together, and cook them. You don't have to cook them down long because the chicken's already cooked, the beans are already cooked, unless you're using fresh beans, and you know you need to cook those thoroughly. You can't put raw beans, you can't consume raw beans. So and making sure you pretty much drain most things. There's going to be some remaining moisture, but you don't want the casserole to be too soggy. So we're going to mix these together. And we're going to let this cook and let the seasonings marinate together for about 5 minutes. And once this is done, I'm going to come back and we're going to put together the rest of the casserole in the slow cooker. Okay, so I'm back. It's been 5 minutes. So I have my slow cooker all set up here, and I lightly sprayed it with non-cooking spray, and I've already laid 4 tortillas. I'm going to tilt it so you can see, like so, at the bottom. And we're going to do a layering. So I have my mixture right here, and we're going to do 3 layers, so you want to make sure you do pretty much equally 3 layers. So we have this corn, chicken, tomato. Smells amazing already. I know I say that a lot, but I'm not lying. So we're doing that on the bottom. I've kind of chopped up some cilantro. We're not going to do anything with the cilantro, but I did with the green onions. So again, we're going to take about 1/3 of this, put it on top. You don't have to have green onions. There's nothing against it. You want to add peppers. You can definitely add some more peppers if you want to add some heat to it. And then we're going to put, all together, we're going to put a cup of this fat-free cheese. that on there. And then next, I'm going to put another layer. So again, 4 tortillas overlapping each other. If you have a smaller crock pot, you can definitely do this recipe. You're just going to have to edit it so it can fit in your crock pot. But definitely this is a nice recipe if you are a meal prepper. I'm not, but being a single person, I like to make bigger meals, and then I can split them up and I can freeze them if I like, or just eat them throughout the week. Okay, and then we're gonna do some more green onions. Third of that cheese. One more layer. The remainder of that bean and chicken. Spread the mixture around evenly. Some more green onion. And then last of the cheese. The last thing I'm going to put on top, I'm going to hold off on the cilantro. That's just going to be the finishing touch. I'm only going to use half of this enchilada sauce. You need to watch with the enchilada sauce what brand you get, because there are different points. I'm only using half, and I'm just going to save it. And you can use enchilada sauce for anything, like omelets, or if you're going to have tacos later that week. So I definitely will just use half and just save it. We're just going to drizzle that all on top. That's going to give a little bit of heat and some sauce to it. I did a medium one, but you can certainly do a milder one. So that's a half the can. I'm just going to close the lid. I'm going to put it on high. If you do it for high, it's only going to take 2 hours to cook. If you put it on low, it's going to take about 4 hours. So I'll come back when it's done. So it's been a couple hours, and now time to take a look. It smells amazing. I'm gonna tilt this a little bit so you can see. And I put the cilantro on top the last 5 minutes or so. I'm gonna serve it up, and we're gonna try it out. Well, I'm gonna try it out. Okay, so I'm back, and I served it up. And I put a little sour cream on it, but you can or cannot do that. That's totally up to you. So I'm gonna try it out, get a little piece of everything. It's really hot. That is amazingly good. And look at that, that's a serving right there. Remember, it serves 6 people. 4 smart points, 4 for 6 people, and that is the black bean chicken enchilada casserole in the slow cooker. It's quickly done on high for 2 hours or low for 4 hours. And if you like to follow me on Weight Watchers Connect, my screen name is J.A. Sikora 1981. That's J-A-S-I-K-O-R-A 1981. Hit that red subscribe button. Leave comments. I love comments. I love that a lot of people have been enjoying my recipes out there. Also, if you enjoyed this apron right here, you see this? I was just in Florida visiting friends, and you can get this type of aprons. They have tons of different kinds of aprons. These are handmade in Sarasota, Florida. This is I got this at a farmer's market, but they have many different patterns. You don't have to get this. They have other things like handkerchiefs and other items on their website. It's called the Blue Peony, like the flower.com, and you can look and see some great things that they have on there. So see you next Monday. Stay awesome.